Florida, and it's Glendora.
Hi, Glendora. How are you?
Well, just 100%. How are you, Dr. Bermant?
Well, I'm doing all right for an old guy.
And Hoshin, our friend Seki is still at it. He goes to Manhattan. I say, well, you taking the train? No, I'm driving.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
and why are you driving? Well, I have 3 heavy boxes to pick up.
I know. Yeah.
On and on he goes. He never stops.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And but I think she's kind of gotten through the infections and illness she had, so all of her, enormous energy is coming back.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's good. Are you on vacation this week?
Oh, no. No, matter of fact, I'm just starting to get dressed to head on up to campus.
Oh, is that so? Well, it is, also, it's President's Day. Don't you get that holiday?
Nope.
Okay. The children are home from high school this week. They're having their February break this week. I thought you ought to be getting one pretty soon, though, hadn't you?
We have a spring break, so-called. I think just before spring starts.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I don't pay too much attention to it. But it comes up in a couple of weeks. My teaching is, my classroom teaching is concentrated on Wednesdays. So the rest of the week I'm meeting students and, doing stuff up on campus that's related to it, but not actually in the classroom. So.
Oh, do you go up there every day, or?
Mostly.
Yeah, really? Good for you.
Yeah. Well, it's why I'm here in Philadelphia. At least that's why I moved here. Ever since we got here, a lot of other nice things have happened, but came up here to be on campus.
Well, good. And as a friendship, you got good friendships developing with students? You're making some good friends?
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, that's nice. Do you ever hear from your graduated students?
Yep.
You do?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
usually when they want me to write them a letter of recommendation for something. I mean, that's the most frequent reason.
Oh, that is it. They never ask to get together with you and have coffee?
Oh yeah, they're in town, but they're spread out all over the place.
Yeah. Well, I'm good. It sounds like a very good life.
Oh, this is a part of it that is my main reason for it.
I'm just reading here now a make-believe conversation of God with a person. God saying, have you no plans to interest you? Tell me all about them. Do they concern your vocation? What do you think of? What would you like? Are you planning some pleasure for your mother, for your friends, for your guardian? What do you wish to do for them? It's tips on giving somebody hints as to what to meditate about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. And the birdies, I'm feeding the birdies, and they found the bread I put on top of the snowdrift. My neighbor's bird feeders are all empty.
Oh my goodness. How much snow do you have on the ground?
Now, okay, this adds up this way. 9 inches frozen. That it never melted. And then on top of that, we have about 12 inches.
Oh my goodness.
And that's a little crusty. That's no longer powdery.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's been a real old-fashioned winter. But we have to say this, that God has done wonderfully getting us through some very severe storms.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near as intense down here, but it was, in some ways it's a little bit worse because the snow in the city, the snow gets dirty very fast. And you get these big, at the curbs, you get these big pools of icy water.
Yeah, slush, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's bad. Well, February's half over.
Yeah, that's the good news.
And I was looking at my calendar for last year, and Austin was here. He did have President's Day off. He did come home. I have not heard from dear Austin for at least 10 days.
Oh my goodness.
His voice box is full. He might be home today. I'm going to call his mother and see. But he will be here the first week of March. And
well, yeah, that'd be a little bit surprising for him to come home now, too, all the way from Boston. Well,
He-
I guess it's not. What does he do? Does he take a train when he comes, or a bus, or what?
not the train, but a bus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I noticed you took a train last night, last time you went to New York City, your sweet bus that you love.
No, I took the train, yeah. I took the train.
Yeah. Why did you do that? Because you think the bus is such a good deal.
It just turns out that it is, I mean, financially it's a great deal.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as convenient as the train, and I can get work done on the train, I can't get work done on the bus.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a good reason. No, he did come home last year on President's Day. He did come home for the 3 days. He takes a bus. It goes from Boston to Springfield. Then he gets off maybe at Lenox, which is where the Boston Symphony goes in the summertime. Lenox and Lee.
Tanglewood, yeah.
Tanglewood. He gets off near there, and that's sort of a quick cut rather than go all the way up to Albany and back again.
Oh, how far are you from Tanglewood?
Oh, I wouldn't say more than, let me just think, I wouldn't say more than 20 miles.
Is that right? Well, I do not have a good sense of the geography up where you are at all.
Oh, okay, well, from Albany to Pittsfield is maybe 40 minutes, and Pittsfield to Lenox would be like 15 minutes. But from me, I don't think it would be that far. I think it would only be less than an hour, yeah.
Wow, so you're very close to the Massachusetts border.
Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Let's see, if you went straight west, you would go through a little place called New Lebanon, and over the Lebanon Mountain, where there's a big, big speedway, and then you would come to Lebanon, and then instantly you would be crossing into like Lee and Lenox.
But we're going east or west?
Going east.
Right, going east. Right. Exactly. Yeah, okay.
If you went west, you'd go to Schenectady, Utica, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo.
Oh, wow. Okay, better to go east.
Yeah.
Go east, yeah.
So the doctor said said, Harry, you mustn't shovel snow. You'll get a heart attack. And so Harry went home and he said, son, will you please shovel the snow? And his son said, yes, Dad, I'll start immediately. Harry had a heart attack. Yeah. Okay. Well, good to talk to you. And Jeff, let me repeat that Jeff doesn't have to do anything about San Jose until February 2015. And Thomas Nishikawa is out of it. He doesn't want to do it anymore. And Joyce doesn't want to do it anymore. And I think that Jeff is taking care of San Francisco.
Yeah, well, that's really, I mean, San Francisco's will be easy for Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'll do about San Jose, but
He doesn't have to do. He doesn't have to do anything. Not until February 2015.
Okay. Well, I'll be seeing those people here in a couple of weeks.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
National Council is meeting in Seattle.
In Seattle?
Yeah, and so they'll probably, most of them will probably be there. Tom is the parliamentarian, so
Wow.
He'll be there, and Joyce usually shows up, and I don't know, Jeff may be there. It's possible that he'll be there.
Yeah, Jeff went to Japan recently.
Uh-huh.
And is our friend Seki going to be there?
I don't think so. No, she doesn't have a reason this time that I can think of.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to represent our little temple down here in southern Jersey, and I'm the chairman of a committee that Hotina used to be chairman of.
Oh.
And then, so I'll be going for those two reasons, and plus that's where my wife Jerry's family is.
That's right. That's where her mother is, who's 97.
Yeah.
Who's
So
97?
92, yeah.
92, yes.
So we're going, yeah, Jerry's going to come out too, and we're going to visit her mom and her sister.
Oh, that's good. Well, very good, and thank you for doing all that for the good of the Buddhists.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
The Buddhists don't really need my help, but,
Sure they do. Sure they do. I contest that. They do. Yeah. All right. I think what all of the churches need here is get rid of this this ritual and get rid of this repetition. And then, okay, if they want to sit through it in church, and all I'm talking about all of them, the Catholic, the Reforms, the Methodists, and all I'm talking about all of them. And then break up afterwards and have a coffee hour. And then talk to people the way, well, like, here's God talking to you, and have you no thoughts of zeal for life? Are you not anxious to do a little good for the souls of your friends? And just have little small talks like that, and sit around and drink coffee. I think this is the only thing that's going to make people come back to church. And I'm talking also about the temple. You have these little small groups afterwards.
yeah,
And
yeah.
just
I agree. Those are nice things to do, absolutely. Just don't tell the Mormons you're drinking coffee.
oh, okay. I went to a Mormon church last year for the first time. No, I really think this is our only catch, because all of this ritual and repetition, and they're asking people to believe things that are incredible.
Amen. I'm with you. I couldn't agree more. I think that's the problem.
Yes.
That's exactly the problem.
Yes, but if they would go there and ask people these questions and listen to them and exchange, listen, it comes down to this, if I've not said it before, all a person wants is to be loved and have somebody to love.
Yep.
If you'll take them to church after church and do that, then we've got something. But until we have, with all this repetition and all this ritual, no.
Yeah, well, that's a conversation for another time. I'm not sure I agree with you completely about ritual, but we can have that conversation another time. Right now, I better get up to work.
Yeah, you got to finish getting dressed.
I better, yeah, because it's cold out there.
Oh, yes, it is. Take care. Glad to talk to you. Bye-bye.
You too, Glendora. Bye.
All right, keep the ritual, but at least get to people's souls. That's Dr. Gordon Bermant, who is a lecturer in the Department of Psychology at University of Pennsylvania, which is a private school, a very expensive school, a prestigious school. And you heard him say that he goes up to the university almost daily. And he lectures on Wednesdays. Should we put this into a chat with Glendora for April, May? This is February. And certainly the first week of March, we have to do the programs for April, May. Birdies, did you eat all your bread? I'm going to give you some more bread, birdies. Stay right there. This bread was given to me by the New Hope Church, a born-again Christian church. Yesterday they had a big party. It's pretty good bread. I do not eat leavened bread, folks. I feel sorry for the yeast, waiting all that time, and then they come to life and then they're cooked to death. I think the thing to do is to keep piling it up there until they see it. The snowbank is about 5-6 feet tall. I wanted to put it on the windowsill, but when the birds come, .com jumps out. Well, George, the wife said to her husband at the buffet, "You've been up at that buffet table 8 times. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?" And he said, "Oh no, honey, I keep telling him it's for you." And the priest said to the young lady, "When are you thinking of getting married?" And she said, "Constantly." Now, have we cleared all of the calls? Missed calls. 703, that was Dr. Gordon, and we just did that one. Erase. Oh, I forgot to tell him that everything's okay. With Philadelphia Public Access TV. There, the telephone's clear. Oh no, it isn't. You haven't done all calls. Erase all. Done. Poor Timothy. Owen had a car accident and his car is totally demolished, they say. This is called 37,852. Now let's do the box calls. This is a box and these are the calls. Amanda, DCTV, this afternoon. See if she can take a half-an-hour program, put it into the computer, make a copy of it on her hard drive. Did you get a big piece, Bertie? .com can't hurt you. She can only watch you through the glass. Well, at least we're doing something for them. And then, can she write out a disclaimer that this program was requested to be cablecast by George McDermott, and attach that to, and then make a copy, and attach that to it, and make me a disc with the disclaimer, and no glitch in between. It just slides right into it. What's that term? Scroll. It just scrolls into it. There's a little birdie, and he's going after the bread. Two little birdies. They must be married. They're tiny. They're smaller than a finch. Okay, that box is done. Let's try this box. Randy Howarth, 461-7223. Put that into tomorrow. Tuesday. But let me call his wife and see if there is a historical society meeting tomorrow. Is the Hysterical Club meeting tomorrow? This is all friends. .com, don't you knock these on the floor. They're alphabetized. Nine 324. For all the saints. Hello? Who from their labors rest, who bow by faith.
Hi, you've reached Melody House of Mount South Doll Hospital and Correctional Repair at the sound of the tone. Leave a message. Thank you.
Doll Hospital. Melody, it's Glendora. Is there a meeting of the Hysterical Society tomorrow night? 518-610-5810. And the wife said to her husband, George, you've been at that buffet tables 8 times. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And she said, or he said, no, honey, I keep telling them it's for you. Now, Jean Lemminger. Okay, that's Melody.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Jean Lemminger, it's Glendora.
Hi, Glendora. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I called to see if there's anything I could do for you.
Oh, well, you know, Glendora, I have just been through trouble waters. And my only thing that I can find to do is to be quiet, meditate, and be still for a few days.
Okay.
And that works really fine for me.
Oh, that's good.
But you know, I'm beginning to have a sense of peace, and I feel like, you know, things are going to be better now.
Yes.
And I thank the Lord for that feeling.
I have a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
And I also thank the Lord for people like you that really care.
Yes.
And want to do their best for others. And I want you to know I appreciate that.
Well, you certainly did that for Doris.
Well, she truly will be missed. And, you know, it's bittersweet, huh?
Yes, it is. I have a meditation in my hand that I'm using today. This came from an adoration where you sit and adore God. And these are some meditation hints, and it's a make-believe of God talking to you. Have you no plans to interest you? Tell me all about them. Do they concern your vocation? What do you think of? What would you like? Are you planning some pleasure for your mother, for your family, for your guardian? What do you wish to do for them?
That's your meditation for today.
Yeah, that's a make-believe God talking to you.
Oh,
Make,
you know what? Glendora, I have this spot in my apartment where I sit in the sun every morning, and I look out the window, and my thought is, how awesome it is that we can talk to this God that made the universe,
yeah,
and He listens to us. I
yeah,
mean, we have the ability to talk to the God that made everything in this whole universe.
yes,
And when we realize that, it gives you such a sense of peace that why should you worry, why should you wonder? He's always there whenever you talk to him.
wonderful. And what comes out of that is the oneness of everything, how we are all one.
That's right.
We're all one holding hands together.
It's so awesome.
Yes, it is.
It's just the thing in life that you should really hang on to, that is the most important thing, how awesome he is.
Yes. And the most important moment you're in is this moment right now.
That's right. And I talk with him all day long.
Oh, good.
And I'm just so happy that, and wish that many people could realize,
Yes, I hate to see them miss it.
right? And we need more people like you to spread it around, you know.
Yeah, and like you. Here's another meditation. And have you no thoughts of zeal for me? Are you not anxious to do a little good for the souls of your friends, for those whom you love and who perhaps forget me? Tell me, this is all capital M of course, tell me who interests you, what motives urge you, what means you wish to take. Nice, huh?
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, Jean, I'm here anytime.
Right? Well, my favorite song that I like to read is 139. I just love that song. And take a minute to read it.
Really?
And I just love it. And when I pass away, I want that song read. And it's just so beautifully written.
Oh, I'm glad you have that. I'm so glad you have that, Jean. I'm here anytime you want to call me.
Okay, sweetie, and I appreciate your thoughts, and I appreciate the Christian attitude that you have. And I thank you for calling me.
Oh, you're welcome. The wife said to her husband, George, you've been up to that buffet table 8 times. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And he said, oh, no, honey, I keep telling him it's for you.
That is so cute.
Take care of yourself and call me anytime.
Okay, sweetie. Thank you.
God be with you.
You too, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Now put this back together again. Yeah, I think that's worth videotaping and putting into April, May. All right. What's that mean? It means save it. Okay. Now, Tracy Clegg, can I have a ride with you at the library without putting you in the hatch? She gets in the back of the car so I can ride in the front seat. Tracy works at the library, and she is also working every morning of the week in nursery school, preschool. And at the library she does wonderful programs for the children. Tracy Clegg, Madeline Chapin, Anthony Chicorino. Here's Tracy Clegg. When I go to heaven.com, Tracy Clegg is going to take care of you, dear. She has a cat named Daisy. Daisy cat used to be gray and now she's black.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Tracy Clegg is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Clegg.
When you have finished
C-L-A-G-U-E.
recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Tracy Clegg, it's Glendora, this afternoon, Monday, on the 3rd week of February, at 5 o'clock. May I ride with you to the library without putting you into the hatch? Can I get into the hatch?
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4. At the tone, please continue recording. At the end of your message, press 1.
Okie doke, Tracy. And the wife said to her husband, George, you've been up at that buffet table 8 times. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And he says, oh no, honey, I keep telling him it's for you. Okay. Go to the list that God gave me to do today. What are you going to do today.com? Scare the birds. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I don't see it. So I'll add it to the list and check it off. Done. Okay. Let's see if Austin came home for President's Day. As bad as Austin is, at least he's better than I was at 20. His mother's a 5th grade teacher. Long division. No, that's 4th grade. Decimals.
Hi, this is Kathy. I'm not available right now. I will return your call later. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, Kathy Bolstead. I was looking at my journal for last year, and Austin came home on President's Day, and this is President's Day. And you have President's Day, and also the children up here are having their spring February break. They're not in school this week. Did Austin come home for President's Day this year? And his telephone has been full. He doesn't answer his telephone, as you know, 1, and 2, he doesn't return his calls, and 3, he doesn't clean out his telephone. And it's been full for 10 days. He's missed communication. Isn't that great news? And the wife said to her husband, George, you've been up to that buffet table 8 times. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And he said, oh no, honey, I keep telling them it's for you. My neighbor's bird feeders are all empty, and I'm trying to make up for it by throwing them chunks of bread onto the snowbanks. You think that will work? Volstead. It's a nice Danish name. Slater. All right. There's Tracy, ride to the library. You could white that out, but you don't have any whiteout. But we'll go to Walmart today, and we'll get whiteout. Pastor Slater, Lutheran, St. Luke's, Philatra. My neighbor who works for the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance apparently has a holiday today, along with a couple of snow days last week.
Hi, you've called us later. We can answer the phone while we're talking and making this message right now, but when you're listening to it, we're probably not home. So leave your phone number and a quick message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.
It's Glendora calling to thank you. Remember February 14th? And you gave me a place to sleep and shelter following that heathen upheaval of February 1st in Stuyvesant, Kinderhook. And so I remember it with great thanks and with great gratitude. It was a nice thing to do, and it was very much appreciated. Up here now, in Nassau Village, all is 100%. And we have some meditation. Here's a meditation for you. This is a make-believe God talking to you that came from the Roman Catholics' adoration. A hint on what to meditate about while you sit in silence for a half an hour. Confide to me being a capital M, your failures. I will show you the cause. And when do you wish to see and when do you wish to see interested in your work? I am the Master capital M of all hearts, my capital M child, and I lead them gently where I please. I will place about you those who are necessary for you, to you. Never fear. It's kind of nice. Oh, okay. Put this back under L for Luke. Thank you. Yeah, see, up in the bell tower. I slept in the bell tower. Well, in the teen room, in the loft of the St. Luke's Church for 5, 6, 7 nights until I found a nice apartment in Ghent, and then the apartment in Ghent was too expensive, folks. It was $600. So I found this one that was $350. When was that? I moved to Ghent on February 19th and moved out again on Memorial Day. And so it's 1 year and 3/4 here. And it's been ideal. Box calls. Colin. Slater. And Colin. Colin is a nice youth of 14 years old, 9th grade.
You have reached 766-0728. Nobody's here to take your call. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you. Bye. After you have finished, press the pound key for more options or simply hang up.
Hi, Colin, it's Glendora. Would you please call me? It's about a job. It's not snowing, it's something else. It's what I'm saying about the job is not about snow. It's about something else. And no, thank heavens it isn't snowing, and the sky is bright blue with no aerosol from planes. Okay, and the joke of the day is the wife said, George, you've been up to that buffet table 8 times. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And he said, oh no, honey. I keep telling him it's for you. The box calls are all done.com. And my neighbors, he went out in the white car and she went out in a black car, and there were 2 or 3 children involved, and I didn't see how they were distributed. I wish you would fill up the bird feeders, please. Please fill up the bird feeders. Okay, that's done box calls. What's the temperature? About 10? 10 degrees? Now let's get out the Monday calls. For all the saints who from their labors rest, who thou by faith before the world confessed. Thy name, O Jesus, be forever blessed. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Jeannie Browning in San Antonio. Okay, Browning. San Antonio, chat with Glendora. Run by the city of San Antonio.
You reach Frank Burns, the television programming coordinator for the city of San Antonio. I'm not available. If you're calling for general information about public access, please email me at frank.burns@sanantonio.gov, and I will send you the necessary information, or you can just leave a message. And thanks for calling.
Maryland, Prince George's County, public access. They're not doing it right. They're not doing it right. Obituary. We work on it 10 minutes a day. Actually, it's memoirs.
Is you gonna write you obituary? Huh? Is you? You've had a very interesting life.
Carol Romeo. Jeannie Browning.
Hello.
Hi, Jeannie Browning. It's Glendora.
Call you right back from my other phone and other in the desk.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. Bye, dear. Well, here's a statement I've hesitated to make for a long time, but I finally I don't think a person can make it to be one with God unless that person is vegan. Why, that's a terrible statement. I don't think a person can make it and be one with God unless that person is vegan. Stop the cruelty. Very serious statement. First time I made it aloud. We are not in the future, are we? We are not in the past. We are in the present. What's happening in the present? This universe. And it's being run beautifully. And who is running it? The universe, God. It's being run perfectly. What does that bring you? It brings you two things. One, happiness, because the universe is being run so well. And two, it brings you praise. Praise for our great God, for our great universe. That's the present. My neighbor has 4 bird feeders. Isn't he nice to do that? Maybe he will fill them today. Hi, Jeannie Browning in San Antonio.
Hello, Glendora. How are you?
Well, we're fine, thank you.
I got to see us last night, and they did the one where you and I did the Beatitudes.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yes, I was out at, went out to Hemodas, and we got to watch it out there. My son-in-law, who's the head of the Master's here, John, Solanton got to watch it a little bit, and Kat, my daughter Helen, and I got to watch it, so I was real glad I got to see it last night.
I bet you she liked the things you said.
I think he did. I think he was wondering why I didn't mention choir directors when we were giving thanks for all the wonderful things. The 15-item thank you. I didn't hear choir director mentioned.
He's just needling you.
Oh, he was needling. That's true. But how's the weather up there?
Oh, the weather today is a perfect blue sky, crispy, I would say about 10 degrees, no aerosol in the sky, and we're on 9 inches of snow. It's frozen to the ground, and on top of that is 12 inches of crusty snow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And this is, after all, February's half over. Now, your daughter would have the same thing, I think, in Sudbury.
Oh, yeah, I bet she does, yeah. She finally finished up her 6 chapters on her doctoral dissertation.
Whee! Oh, hallelujah!
Hallelujah, praise the Lord. That's another big thank you.
Yes, I thank you too. Yes, thank you, God. Good.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And how is he doing teaching at Boston College?
I think very well. I'm sure he's very well. I think he's a good professor. I think it's on pastoral psychology, but he's very smart. Glendora, he's a wonderful man.
Well, yeah, he would have to be to have a job like that on the faculty of Boston College.
Right. I think he's the only Protestant on there.
The only Protestant in an all-Catholic college.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure he does a good job.
I'm sure he does, and I'm so happy for all of them.
I am too.
How is
We're happy. Last weekend, I don't know if I told you or not, but the weekend I didn't get to see everything. We had been up at Laity Lodge for a retreat, and it was, believe it or not, a spiritual directors retreat. There were about 61 people, and they were all spiritual directors.
Oh, nice.
I said, well, yeah, they were all nice people, and I said, well, we enjoyed their company, and we met, some really wonderful people from all over Texas. And the leader was Mary Earl. She's a spiritual director here in San Antonio and has written several books. I've also one of her books called Holy Companions, which are about a bunch of many Celtic saints.
Oh, that brings a lovely smile, Holy Companion.
Right. So that's one of the wonderful things. Robert, yesterday we went to a listening meeting at our church that was after the regular service, and he was able to talk about, how we shouldn't pull out of the PC USA, and I think there were about 20 people that spoke, and so the first one that spoke was Emily Peoples, who her father was Dr. Bob Bullock, who was a respected theologian, a respected minister, and she said she didn't see any reason that we should pull out of the PCUSA. So I'm so was another lady after Robert, and she gave the information that if you wanted to find out what was going to be happening in Detroit in June for the PCUSA General Assembly, you could look it up on the internet and see what their docket was.
Oh, good. And tell me again what that PLU stands for?
PCUSA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called the Presbyterian Church in the USA.
Oh, okay. No, absolutely. Good. Now I hope that flies.
I hope that's right too.
Yeah.
I really do, Glendora. It's interesting. I have two ministers in my family. My son-in-law, Howard, who's their church in Amarillo did pull out of the PCUSA, and then I've got my own daughter who's a minister, and she definitely wouldn't want us to pull out of the PCUSA.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, so we're hanging in there. I'll let you know if the tide turns.
Here's a meditation that came from adoration. They have hymns and prayers, and then they sit for a half an hour and just adore God. And then they gave us a sheet to give us some hints what to meditate. And here's one of them. Confide in me. This is making believe God talking to you. Confide in me your failures. I will show you the cause. And whom do you wish to see interested in your work? I am the master of all hearts, my child, and I lead them gently where I please. I will place I will place about you those who are necessary to you. Never fear. Isn't that nice meditation?
That is a nice meditation. I like that. Glendora, God is with us no matter what. In our comings and our goings, He's with us. Oh, Glendora, listen. Yesterday, you would have loved being in our Sunday school class at the University Presbyterian Church. We have a man who used to teach at Trinity University named Douglas Brackenridge. He's going to talk on Calvin. So you were all sitting around waiting for to show up. And here comes this man in this black flowing robe and the camo shadow on his head and reddish hair coming out from under this camo shadow. And it was Doug impersonating John Knox.
Oh!
He came and he talked to us for a while. He said, I'm going to visit with you until that other professor shows up. And then he took off, after he talked and told us about Calvin, because John Knox had studied with Calvin for 3 years in Geneva, he took off his hat and his black robe, and it said, I am sinfully proud to be a Presbyterian.
Oh, good. That's good. Well, you always fill a conversation with interesting things, Janie, and I want to thank you so much for being so loyal to A Chat with Glendora.
Well, I am loyal to you, and I'm so thankful, Glendora, for you have done lots together. Your programs are always inspiring, and I thank you for doing them, and I hope you keep on forever doing them.
Thank you. That means so much from a person like you. And God be with you, Jean.
God be with you, Glendora. Thanks for calling.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello? Hi.
Colin.
Oh, hi, Colin. How are you?
Good.
How did you make out yesterday?
Oh, it was a little after dark.
Yeah. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what are you doing, let's see, what are you doing tomorrow? Today's all filled up. What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm not sure yet. I kind of just go by whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hold on just a second, let me see what I'm doing tomorrow. All right, tomorrow, did you want to meet with me at 2 p.m.?
Yeah, if I'm not busy, I'll call you and let you know tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And we're supposed to get that snowstorm tomorrow too, so.
Oh, we're getting, oh dear, I wanted to do something besides shovel. All right, then that's the way we have to do it, one day at a time. What time will you call me in the morning?
Probably around 8 or 9, is that okay?
Oh yes, I get up at 5.
Alright.
Yeah, that's fine, I don't mind that, that's fine. 8 or 9, and then if you can, I'd like to have you come down for a couple of hours, and I wanted to show you a new job.
Alright.
All right. You and your family missed a very good party at New Hope Church yesterday. Oh, it was it was a big party. It was David and Doris. And it was David's 50th birthday. It was quite exciting. All right, that's good. I'll hear from you tomorrow morning.
Alright.
And the wife, did I tell you about the wife, what she said to her husband?
No, what'd you say?
She said, George, you've been up at that buffet table 8 times. Aren't you ashamed? And he said, oh no, honey, I keep telling them it's for you. Yeah, that applies to what happened yesterday, the buffet table. All right, Colin, thank you for calling.
Alright, no problem.
Bye.